What's going on? Just finished a outdoor healing session with this little maniac right here. What are you doing? There's nothing in my pocket. Oh no. He's crazy. So I had a conversation recently, and I've had this conversation so many times with so many people, especially people who DM me, and never talked about it on here openly, so I think it could help a lot of people out. A lot of people message me and they ask me questions about how to fix this or fix that, and really vague questions like, my dog's super aggressive, how do I fix it? Or my dog's anxious, how do I fix it? My dog is this, how do I fix it? Well, first of all, I don't like the word fix because you can't fix these things. You just mask and manage and control and train and improve and stuff like that. But I don't discuss my methods. I discuss a lot of things, but I don't openly make posts about really specific methods that I use for an aggressive dog or a fearful dog or separation this or anxiety that or whatever. I don't do that. You've never seen that post. So I don't hide my methods by any means. All of my clients know what I do. But I don't make posts about them because of what I call the as seen on TV effect. And that's what I want to talk about, because it's a really real thing, the as seen on TV effect. And it's really dangerous. So the people that are asking these ridiculously vague and broad questions without any details at all about a dog I've never even met and evaluated don't really understand how it works. I don't blame them. It's not personal. Why would they understand that? So fixing these problems requires fully understanding the dog. But every dog is different. They're all completely different. Therefore, your approach for every dog is going to be different if you know what you're doing. I don't use cookie cutter methods where, aggression is aggression and it's all the same. It's not all the same. Why is the dog aggressive? Is it fear? Is it, dominance? Is it, what is it? Why are they being aggressive? Because that's what matters. If every dog is different, and therefore the methods used to work with that dog are going to be different, then I can't tell you how to fix your dog's problems because I don't know your dog. So if I started making posts about some of the incredibly aggressive dogs that I work with and said, this is blah, 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 and this dog is super aggressive, and here's how I work on it. If I spelled out the methods, can you tell he's a daddy's boy? It's absolutely ridiculous. If I spelled out my methods, somebody's going to watch that. Not somebody, tons of people are going to watch that 60-second clip, read one caption, and go home and try to do it with their dog. So the methods I use for one specific dog for very specific reasons would then be applied to all these other dogs I've never even met, never approved those methods for, and they very well might not be the right methods for that dog. That is incredibly dangerous. So somebody could mimic what they've seen me do or read that I do and end up in the hospital. Or a dog could get hurt. A kid could get hurt. I can't be responsible for that. That's why I don't post my exact methods, because they're always different. How am I supposed to do that? That's why when I get questions like, so what type of methods do you use? For what? How the hell do I even answer that? When people ask me for tips, and it's super vague, and like, I just got a new puppy. Do you have any tips? I just started doing focused healing. Do you have any tips? No. Because tips on what? What specific, dead accurate, specific thing do you want to tip about? If you want to provide me with every detail I could ever need about your dog first, and where they are in their training, and how you train them, and what methods you use, and how they respond to it, and all that other stuff, then I can give you some tips. Otherwise, me doing that would be dangerous. So, I can't. Sorry for the delay. There was a phone call I had to answer. So the moral of the story is, I can't show all these detailed methods for good reason. I can't have people looking at something and think it applies to their dog and they just try it at home. And part of the reason I'm saying this is because whether you're looking at my methods or you're looking at someone else's, you can't do that. So if you're following other dog trainers and they post tons of things about their methods and how they work on this and how they work on that, you better be really careful when you go home to your own dog and you try to mimic what you saw on Instagram or Facebook, because it's so dangerous. If you want to find out exactly how to work on your dog's specific issues, find a really good trainer, have him evaluate your dog, and get to work. It's that simple.
Good morning. Today's a rest day, so I didn't sleep in. I just had more time with the dogs and more time to go through a lot of responses to the story that I posted yesterday, the vast majority of which were incredibly positive. But one response really stuck out, and this person flipped out because I don't want to help anybody. That's not what I said. That actually had nothing to do with anything that I said, and I help people on here literally every single day. I have to spend more time answering DMs than I actually spend on actual Instagram. So that was ridiculous. The entire point of everything I said, which I made sure to very clearly spell out, was that I don't go over specific methods for things, serious problems like aggression or anything like that, due to the as seen on TV effect. So once again, the as seen on TV effect is when somebody watches a person working with a dog or training a dog, or they read a post and then they blindly go and apply those methods to their own dog without knowing if it's even right for that dog. That is why I don't go over specific methods that I use to handle specific problems or serious problems, which is most of the dogs that I work with. I'm working with due to pretty serious behavioral problems. But if somebody watches a 60-second clip of me working with a highly dog-aggressive dog, and then they just go blindly apply that to their own dog, it could lead to another dog getting incredibly hurt, or a person getting incredibly hurt. So I can't do that. That would be crazy. I'm not saying not to use another person's methods. That's how we all learned how to do this, is by using other people's methods. But don't just go take somebody's methods for a serious behavioral problem and then just go use it with your own dog. If they're going over how to sit and lay down, great, use those methods. That was the entire point. Every dog is completely different. Therefore, the methods that are used for them should be tailored to that exact dog. Not just the problem, but that exact dog, their personality, everything about them, their background, everything. You can't just watch a 30-second video on Instagram about how somebody handles it like a very fearful dog and be like, oh, well, my dog's scared too. I'll go do the same thing. Because it doesn't mean your dog is afraid for the same reason. That's not the same thing. You saying, my dog is aggressive, how do I fix it? Doesn't mean anything, because aggression is simply a symptom of the real problem. Why are they aggressive? Because there could be literally an infinite number of reasons for why the dog is aggressive, and that dictates how you handle it. Your dog biting someone is not the problem. Hear me out. It's a symptom of the problem. The real problem is something much deeper. The biting is a result of the problem. So you can't just take someone else's methods for biting and apply it to you. I really sincerely hope that makes sense, because you could get so hurt or do so much damage to your dog or their training, or have someone else get hurt by just taking what someone else does and then doing it with your own without even knowing better. Nothing I posted said don't ask me for help or advice. I did go over people just sending me a message where they're like, my dog's really nervous. What do I do to fix it? Well, I can't answer that without evaluating your dog, obviously. You're welcome to ask me for advice. You can ask other trainers for advice. That's fine. Just keep in mind, if it's a real problem, a behavioral problem, it can't be fixed with someone guessing online, because that's exactly what the answer would be, a guess. Don't do that. Just don't take blind guesses and use them for your dog's future. Think about it.